Hi, I'm Rebecca Ireland, employment partner at Gunnar Cook and trained workplace mediator. You may be watching this video because you're considering participating in workplace mediation and you may not know if the process is right for you. Workplace mediation is a perfect vehicle for encouraging an open and confidential dialogue at an early stage to avoid the conflict escalating and perhaps ending up in an employment tribunal. Much of the time, our colleagues are like icebergs. You will only ever be presented with the surface, the obvious symptoms. This is particularly the case in conflict situation. There is usually a trigger event which will cause a seemingly over-the-top response. What you're not seeing are the concerns, needs, fears, desires, expectations, and self-perceptions which are below the surface. Conflict occurs when a person's needs are not met. Workplace mediation can avoid a conflict spiraling out of control by allowing the parties to express their needs and explore how these can be met. Mediation works because the parties have reached the solutions themselves, and a successful mediation results in a win-win outcome because each participant's interests are recognised and satisfied. A quick way to understand the different way people deal with conflict is to imagine you are with a colleague in a meeting and that there is an orange on the table between you. You could compete by snatching the orange off the table and have no regard for your colleague's feelings or their need for the orange. You could accommodate your colleague and say to them, "You have it." Or you could avoid the situation by allowing your colleague to take the orange, even though you really want it, and will probably make sure you get it the next time. You could, of course, compromise. You say to the colleague, "Shall we find a knife and cut it in half?" This is better than the other responses for both of you, but it is only a partial win. Or you could ask your colleague, "Why do you want the orange?" If the colleague says, "I want the zest for making a cake this evening," whereas you want the juice because you'd like to make a cocktail, then you can both have what you want. This situation is a win-win, and this is the goal in mediations.